Just settle down.
How much pills did you take?
Oh my God, nobody understands.
Yes, we need to.
No!
I feel I have to be assertive with her because she potentially ingested a lethal dose of these pills.
So these patients met a guy just outside of the store with a white powder crushed up in his hand. He offered it to them. They decided to snort it out of his hand, even though they didn't know what it was. They're calling it purple.
Case to 28. Start responding Alpha out Highway 41. We'll get back to you with details.
Some sort of MVA.
22-year-old male, conscious breathing, MBC. Patient is running around in the ditch. We get some further updates and everything is kind of unclear at this point.
So is the likelihood of being nothing or bad?
Base to 28. You're now responding Delta for a 22-year-old male. He was initially involved in a rollover. While out of the vehicle, he was then struck by another vehicle on the highway.
Oh, he struck him.
Yeah, this is bad.
It's not completely uncommon for details to evolve as we are driving to the call, but my spidey senses lit up and I felt that this call was going to be very bad.
I'm assuming it's right here.
Oh, there's lights in the ditch there. Yeah, this looks like it.
Let's turn the scene light on and we'll pull up right beside. Or what are we looking for? There's a vehicle that's rolled over on the side of the ditch.
That semi-truck, he was running across the highway and the guy got hit. So
Where is he?
He's in the ditch somewhere, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
There aren't words to describe how you feel in that moment,
Tell Tom right now.
but every second feels like an hour until you find that person.
Apparently he got hit highway speed by a semi. He's in the ditch over here. We need spotlight.
We wanted to get every single person searching for this patient.
Stop! We need you guys looking for the patient with your spotlights in the ditch because he was hit highway speeds by a semi on foot. Oh, I can see something right there. I'm taking the ditch.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, go straight. We got a pulse. Yeah. Get on the stretcher.
Get on the radio, tell him we're C-Task 1. He's agonal rest. We need to get him on the stretcher now. He's gonna code.
Bird trauma alert to you, CTAS 1.
He's barely breathing, so move fast.
We gotta go now. This patient needs to be in a trauma center in order for him to survive.
Both of his legs are broken. We need to extremity lift him, life before limb. We gotta move.
He's gonna die a lot faster from his heart stopping than his bones being broken, so my primary focus is his heart.
Okay, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Just stay with us, buddy, okay? Keep breathing, you're doing good. I don't know if he was thrown, I don't know anything about him. That's the one that hit him as far as I know. And then as soon as we get in here, just go, and I need a firefighter.
2 firefighters.
When a person gets hit by such a big vehicle, you're gonna sustain multiple fractures, your internal organs are gonna be damaged. His fate's almost sealed when the accident happened. There's not a good prognosis.
If you need me to take over, you want to switch, just let me know, okay?
No matter who our patient is and what trauma they have suffered, our goal is to keep them alive and get them to the hospital.
Let's get a collar on him.
And we will never stop trying. On that call, our patient succumbed to his injuries before we could even get him to the hospital.
Okay. If you need me to
We tried numerous and various attempts to resuscitate him, but his injuries were irreparable.
This was a tough call. I don't think there was much we could have done for this patient, but you always want to do more.
It's a real tragedy. We learned that he was just visiting the province, barely over 20 years old, so he's barely an adult, and now his family has to go their whole lives knowing what it's like to live without him.
1967. You're backing up 1940. They responded for a stabbing. There's now a second patient there.
So it's not a stabbing?
Patient's approximately 20-year-old female who may have taken a overdose.
We're going for some kind of domestic dispute. There's a truck on scene treating a patient who's been stabbed. And we're going for a second patient who's overdosed.
So this girl, I don't even know how old she is. She's wasted drunk. Yeah. She's got a history of suicidal.
Just smells like liquor in here.
And these were filled on the 11th.
Okay.
60 tabs, and there's only 18 left for propranolol.
We're told this patient took propranolol, roughly 40 tabs. This could have serious cardiac effects.
This was a domestic assault sort of thing.
So it sounds like there is some kind of altercation that took place. She stabbed a relative, and that person is now being treated by another unit.
Come on, keep coming.
Yeah.
Keep coming.
You're okay.
I need answers to how many pills she took and when she took them. You can be honest, it's okay. How much pills did you take?
Oh my God, nobody understands.
She's obviously upset, she's intoxicated, and we're not getting any answers.
Yes, we need to.
No!
I feel I have to be assertive with her because she potentially ingested a lethal dose of these pills.
I'm trying to ask you some simple questions, and if you could give me some simple answers.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Poison Center.
Hi, Poison Center. My name is Dane. I'm a paramedic in Saskatoon, and I just wanted to run a case by you here tonight. I'm just putting these on your chest to check your heart out. Remember when I told you that?
In every overdose, we try to do a 12-lead ECG so we can monitor the patient's heart rate.
I don't want to be like this.
That's a pretty high dosage. What you'll be looking for is a big blood pressure drop, decreased heart rate, and possibly seizures.
Look at this. Okay, great. All right, thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye. You have pills in your bra.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's a ton.
I discover she has a lot of pills stuffed in her bra.
I need a serious answer.
I don't know.
So what, did you take a handful? Did you take any?
So it's a relief, but it's also frustrating because she's not being completely honest with us.
The pills that you said you took can be very dangerous to your heart.
We're going to transport her to the hospital where she can be medically cleared, and once she's sober, hopefully she can speak with someone who can help her.
1967, you're responding to Delta for an unknown chicken meal, unconscious, breathing status unconfirmed.
Anybody laying on the sidewalk?
We really don't have a whole lot of information going into this call. We could be going for someone who's simply intoxicated, or we could be going to a cardiac arrest.
Yeah, I'll put the lights on.
So I'm thinking, what are the reasons this person is unconscious, unresponsive?
Oh yeah, there she is.
Could it be trauma? Could it be a gunshot wound? Could it be drugs, alcohol?
1967 is our patient.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey, what's your name?
Breathing, she's got a nice, strong, regular pulse. First thing we want to do is check our patient's breathing rate and heart rate. This will give us a quick snapshot into her condition.
Doesn't look like there's any sign of injury at all. What are you doing? Let's get you up. Come on. Here, let's get you up. Let's go sit in the back of her truck where we got some good lights and this way, this way.
Our patient's confused, she's agitated, she doesn't want anything to do with us. But because of her state of mind, we have to take her to the hospital.
Right this way, right this way. Can you step up? Step up into the truck, yep. There we go. Up we go.
It's not uncommon for a woman in her predicament to resist being woken up so abruptly.
Oh, she's trying to bite. Trying to bite. No.
We really just wanted to help her, and we can't leave her laying on the sidewalk.
She didn't look like she had any track marks or anything.
Yeah, I don't see track marks at all.
And we got some gum, a rubber.
I'm gonna look at your pupils.
A pencil sharpener.
No, don't look up.
She's got no arm tats.
Hi.
She was pretty feisty when we were trying to get her up into here. No paramedic wants to restrain a patient, but sometimes our job is to protect people who can't protect themselves.
What's your name? Hey, we're just trying to help you settle down.
As that foot's coming at my head, I'm feeling, hey, this is really going wrong. And I do not want to be kicked in the head tonight.
We're just trying to help.
We then tie her down, because if I don't, she's going to try to kick me one more time.
No track marks anywhere, no sign of any injury.
She's probably intox, which would lead to one combative feature, and based on the area of town she's in, I don't blame her for trying to fight off anybody grabbing her and trying to shove her into a vehicle. Good for her for fighting.
Golden. No one wants to restrain patients, but in this case, we have to act in the best interest of the patient. She's not making the appropriate decisions, and we can't have her getting hurt or hurting us.
What's your name? What's your name?
For this young lady, unknown what she took, very combative, unable to get any information whatsoever from her. No name, no allergies, medical history. Use a soft restraint as well as give her some midazolam to put her to sleep for now, just so we can manage her better.
I don't think she obviously intentionally meant to kick us or bite us. So in order to stop that, we just give her a very potent drug that slows her down, as you can see, and now no one's fighting, and we don't have to worry about her getting hurt.
We'll get her up to the hospital, see if we can't figure out what's going on with her.
You're responding echo for a 28-year-old female. Possible overdose on fentanyl. She is not conscious, not breathing.
So, left here.
Fentanyl is a very strong drug. It's 80 to 500 times stronger than morphine. It can cause people to lose consciousness and stop breathing.
Fentanyl is such a potent drug, a single dose can be fatal.
You're arrested?
Yeah, we're 99.
We're 99.
We don't know anything about her. Friends found her 10 minutes like this.
You know, any call for cardiac arrest, every minute, every second on this call makes a difference in the outcome of this patient.
We don't know what she used. Can anyone go talk to the people?
We are literally working against the clock. From the time we make patient contact, we have about 20 minutes to resuscitate them before death becomes imminent.
What's your name? What's your name?
We need to get some background information from the friend or anybody who knows this patient.
They're doing everything they can for her, okay? We're gonna do...
on a pulse when they got here. We're gonna give her CPR for 15 minutes and give her that emergency.
I'm gonna grab more.
This patient's veins are heavily scarred from using intravenous drugs, so that's why we choose to start an IO, which is when we drill a needle right into the bone cavity to administer medications.
I'm pushing epi right now.
Okay, first epi's in, I'll event this.
Epinephrine is essentially adrenaline to help restart this patient's heart.
We have Narcan coming as well.
We're giving this patient Narcan to reverse the effects of the opiates.
How much Narcan do you want?
Well, 0.1, 0.5, I guess.
So apparently she got Narcan. They did CPR for 15 minutes before you got here and said that she had a pulse before you guys got here.
Hey, we've had one epi so far, right? Do you want to just check a pulse? Check a pulse, guys.
Every 2 minutes we check for a pulse. If there's no pulse, CPR continues.
She's asystole. Let's get back on the chest. I'll dump this charge.
So the longer a patient is in cardiac arrest, the less chance of survival they have.
Okay, second epi's going in.
Justine, can I get your help here? Oh, I need suction.
Suction.
Good. Good. What are we at for epis?
We have 2. I'm pushing bicarb. Let's get another milligram of Narcan.
Narcan, I got it in my pocket. If you want to pass me a syringe, I'll draw it up. You got it. 180, charge it.
We're still asystole. Let's get back on the chest, switch it up. We'll dump that charge.
Let's find out for a time for 99.
We're approaching that 20-minute mark, so this is now a last-ditch effort of what we can do to resuscitate this patient.
So we got about 5 more minutes, and that's 20 minutes, guys.
End title's 25. We got 2 epis, a milligram of Narcan, and a bicarb, and a second milligram of Narcan here, both. Okay, so this second milligram of Narcan's going in. I'm just gonna wait another minute before I give this epi. Okay, the third epi is gonna go in here.
Okay. So we got 3 epis in. We got a bicarb, man. We've given 2 milligrams of Narcan. Got fluid running. Still asystole.
What are we at for compressions, boys? 155. We'll charge this in just a second here.
Pupils are fixed and dilated.
How old is she?
28.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Are we calling it right now?
Yeah.
We're gonna call it, okay.
2354.
That's right, 2354, we'll call it. Everyone's cool with that?
We did everything we could. Unfortunately, at this point, there's nothing else that can be done. It's a very tragic situation. You know, you feel for the patient, you feel for the patient's family and friends.
Just cover her up.
And unfortunately, it's a growing crisis where all it takes is one bad dose to end up in a fatality.
These 2 units 27 and 73, you're responding Delta for a 23-year-old male who's been stabbed. City police are en route.
Called for a 28-year-old male who has been stabbed. At this point, I'm wondering where he got stabbed, what he got stabbed with, and how long ago this happened.
We should probably be staging because Code 8's not there.
Is Code 8 on scene? Is it safe to go in, or should we be staging for this?
Staging is when we stand down until police secure the scene. We can't help the patient if we get hurt ourselves.
Going right between these two. Stay.
Clear right.
These copies, Code 8 is en route. They'll let us know once it's safe to proceed.
Okay, I'm just gonna start setting up a few things.
Sure.
So if this guy's stabbed quite bad, it's a lot more efficient if I can have some intravenous lines charged before we actually get to him. And so this is something I can do to be productive and saves me time when we actually get the patient.
Some of you guys can come up here.
All right.
As we pull up on scene, we really don't know what we're walking into.
Right. Do you know what happened?
No.
Let's see this. Yeah? Some momentum. I see the patient has a puncture wound to his upper left abdominal quadrant, and my immediate concern is for the underlying organs. So spleen is the concern. Yeah, we're gonna cut that off. Just because we've identified the one puncture wound doesn't mean there aren't more injuries. So it's important to cut off his shirt and visualize everything. Let me look at your back. Do you have pain here? Can you stand up?
The reason that we need to get him going so quickly is because we don't know how bad he's bleeding internally.
1, 2, 3, up.
It's okay. Let's go. Yeah, we'll
Leave
get
it.
your shirt.
That's the last
You got a
thing you
hole
need to
by
worry
your
about. You got a
spleen. We need to
hole in
go.
your tummy.
We don't need the shirt. We don't need the shoes. We need to go. I'll do everything on the way. I'll get you some vitals here quickly. And
Level 1, I guess, eh?
As we're loading up the patient, the police inform me they found another patient hiding in one of the bedrooms.
These guys are leaving, but I can come and check them out.
Where did this happen?
Blocks down.
What kind of night?
What's that, blood? Hey, bud, roll over so I can check you out.
I gotta make sure you got no holes in your legs. Yeah. If you bleed to death, you won't need pants.
Okay, look up.
The patient I have has a bloodied lip, has some dried blood in his hair. It looks like he's been assaulted too.
There's an organ underneath there. It's called your spleen. And that thing's got a lot of blood in it, and if it gets lacerated from a knife, it bleeds lots.
Just gonna check his neck here.
I don't know if it's been lacerated, but we're gonna prepare like it has been.
Could I get another transport unit to this location?
If you can pick a spot to get stabbed, that's not the place. The patient is stable right now, but I don't know what the outcome is gonna be in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour from now.
Pulling in.
Was there a verbal altercation, or he just kind of walked up to you and stabbed you?
That's me. He hit me, then I punched him 2 times, and that's when I looked at my stomach started hurting.
A different angle, maybe a little bit longer time between the injury and the time we got there. Outcome could have been quite a bit different. He easily could have died from an injury like this.
These 267, you're responding Bravo to the 200 block of 7th Street East for an unknown aged male who has been tasered by city police. They would like him checked out.
1967 copy.
Now the question is why did he get tased?
Sometimes, Brett, it's better.
It's better not to know.
Better not to know.
For the police to tase someone, it has to be very serious. Is it a mental health issue? Is there weapons involved? We need to assess them to make sure that if they're being arrested, that they can actually go to jail, or they need to go to the hospital.
So what happened?
So
young man's got all kinds of mental health issues and addictions issues.
Hey, how are we doing?
This is his dad's house. He came and forced his way in, got upset.
What's your name? Where did you get hit with this thing?
Barricaded himself in the bathroom with a machete. And so we've had a standoff here for about 4 or 5 hours. We lost contact with him.
Look, I just want to try and help you out. Do you want to go to the back of our truck and we'll take a look at you where we have some good lighting?
Once we lost contact with him, we had to go down and kick the door. When we kicked the door, taser deployment, he was still armed.
Maybe let's take him to the back of the truck where we can get a set of vitals on him and then make a decision. Anytime you're dealing with someone who's on crystal meth or who has a mental illness background. Okay, just watch your head there. I'm gonna get you to sit right here on the bench, okay? We need to be very cautious with what we're doing. The patients can be extremely unpredictable. I'm just trying to help, okay? They can be violent. Can I take your blood pressure? Just goes around your arm. But you never know what you're gonna get or how quickly it's going to change on you. You're gonna feel that tighten up, okay?
This has been about a 4-hour standoff with this individual. Been using crystal meth tonight, so hard thing to determine whether or not it's drug related or it's just his mental health issues causing him problems tonight.
The police have spent their entire day with this guy, but they handled it with the minimum force necessary, and our patient was relatively uninjured when everything was said and done.
You checked out all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Did he tell you guys that he used meth while he was there?
Yeah.
20 minutes ago.
I think he took it more than 20 minutes. We've been here since about 8:30, and the first hour and a half was pretty decent.
Oh, yeah?
And then all of a sudden he started hallucinating and everything. So that's
Oh, yeah. So he's probably taken it before then. All ends well?
The end result in this scenario is he was not injured. And at the end, I hope he gets the help he needs.
He was transported by police to the hospital where he received further assessment. He was trying to help, okay? And then taken to police detention.
67. Echo response for 30-year-old female, possibly choking or possibly overdose on MDMA. Patient is unconscious, not breathing normally.
1967 copies. That's crystal meth.
Yeah. How do they know that?
On this call, we're told that the patient is choking or a drug overdose. My first thought is, are they breathing?
Dispatch information tells us to respond to Echo. Echo is our highest response priority. It means there's an immediate life threat.
Hi. Well, hi again.
Hi.
One victim in there. We got another one going down over here. Auto, can I come in behind you over on that
What's going on?
Narcotic overdose.
Is the patient alive or
Just a
what?
little bit.
Looks like it.
Narcan was given.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, Brett, we got another one right here. I'll work with this one and Mike. On the other side of the ambulance, there's a patient who's fading in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, just grab your bread.
Is she breathing on her own?
She was trying.
Gasping.
I'm in the back of the ambulance assisting another paramedic. The patient's overdosing, and one of the side effects of an overdose is that you go into respiratory arrest.
Okay, I'll grab my bed, Mike. Mike gives her a painful stimuli to try and wake her up, but he has minimal response from her. Rob, we got 2 narcotic overdoses, one in the back with Otto in 89, and we got another one right here.
There you go.
She's got a
Base to 1990, 1652.
Come on, my girl. Tell us what you took.
1990, I'm not sure if you're already aware, but the northbound.
I'm drawing up the Narcan that's necessary to reverse the effects of the narcotic.
Well, when we got here, the one girl, the first one, was laying there. We occasionally hear her gasping. Her face is totally blue. She's not breathing.
We believe our patient's overdosed on an opiate. This is shutting down her breathing. We need to get this patient loaded on our stretcher and into our ambulance as soon as possible.
You guys ready?
10-475, we've got 3 patients.
Bloody scary, eh?
Can you wake up for me?
The story is that they were doing stuff other places, mixing their drugs up, and then they came here. So these patients met a guy just outside of the store with a white powder crushed up in his hand. He offered it to them. They decided to snort it out of his hand, even though they didn't know what it was. They're calling it purple heroin. This night on this call is the first time I've ever heard of purple heroin.
So some heroin.
Hey, I squeeze her pressure point and wake her up briefly. Hey, talk to me, please. What did you take today?
1652.
Talk to me here, ma'am.
Was it a pill or did you inject?
She passes right back out.
Open your eyes. Just don't take those drugs anymore.
Our patient's stable, she's breathing, and she needs to be seen in hospital.
Next time you won't be breathing. Stats are like 50 right now.
Initially, she was responding to pain. She's not responding to pain anymore. Our patient's breathing right now, but she's fading more and more away. We need to get some Narcan in her. Yeah, we're getting deeper and deeper, Mike.
Hi. What's... But he's alive?
Did he get Narcan too?
In this case, we have really bad drugs in town, purple heroin. It's lethal, it's on the street. And obviously these people got into something they weren't aware of what they were doing. All patients were transported to hospital.
You guys ready?
They were monitored in hospital until the drugs cleared the system and they were released.
Can you wake up for me?